Have you ever felt like you're judging yourself the way a stranger might judge you? Whenever you make a small mistake like breaking something or breaking a promise you made to someone, you think, maybe I'm a bad person, selfish and useless. And in that one moment, it becomes your entire identity. This is very common, but people often don't share it because the guilt of being a bad person feels like a source of shame. And you start asking yourself, if I were a good person, would I act like this? Just one small mistake can define your entire intention. Ultimately, this is why you end up treating yourself like a bad person. In today's video, I'm going to help you overcome this very problem, so don't skip the video. Maybe after watching it, you'll stop thinking of yourself as a bad person. So listen. The human brain processes guilt and shame in different ways, but most people think they're the same thing. Guilt says, I did something bad, and shame says, I am a bad person. Guilt leads you toward improvement, whereas shame leads you to hide. And when you view your mistakes through the lens of shame, your mind doesn't try to fix them, it just tries to escape. Scrolling, sleeping, avoiding, all of this is connected to that. Think about this in a more concrete way. Imagine two people who, out of anger or exhaustion, yell at their family members. The first person feels guilty, thinking, I shouldn't have done that. I should apologize to my family. Whereas the other person feels ashamed in this situation. They think, I'm the bad one. I always hurt others. And because of this shame, they end up alone and are afraid to speak up. The mistake is the same, but their reactions and thoughts are different. The only difference is that one judged their actions, while the other judged themselves. And this isn't just a feeling, it's a pattern that keeps repeating itself until you recognize it. Because when you call yourself a bad person, your mind takes a shortcut. It thinks, if I'm really bad, what's the point of trying to change? The thing to keep in mind is this. No human being is defined solely by their worst moments. You're also the person who takes the time to listen to a friend. You're also the person who once stopped to help a stranger. People are complicated. One mistake doesn't make you a villain, just as one good deed doesn't make you a saint. Research also shows this. People who are too hard on themselves after making mistakes actually improve less than those who are a little gentler with themselves. The reason is simple. Self-criticism puts the brain into threat mode, and in threat mode, the brain defends itself. It doesn't learn. So being gentle with yourself isn't a weakness. It's actually a more effective way to improve. So if today you feel like you're a bad person, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just tired, feeling guilty, or expecting more from yourself than you're capable of giving right now. And realizing this is the first step. Understanding yourself instead of punishing yourself. You can change, but change begins with stopping the self-hatred. The next time you hear that voice calling you a bad person, stop it and ask yourself one question. Am I judging my actions, or am I judging myself?